Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com, coming to you for my weekly Tuesday Facebook Live video to show you a really fun stamping technique. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of embossing, heat embossing, as well as some sponging to make a Thanksgiving card. If you missed this live today, no worries. You'll be able to watch the replay on my Facebook page, and you may also watch the YouTube video once I get it transferred over later today. And if you do go over to my YouTube video, be sure to subscribe. I appreciate all of the people who've subscribed in the last few months. It's fun to see that happen. So today's card is a Thanksgiving card. It will, when I get show you down to my workspace, it'll be the right direction back then. But it features Stampin' Up's gold cards and envelopes, which are found on page 51 of the August through December 2020 mini catalog. And it also features the leaf stamp from Rooted in Nature, and we'll be die cutting that as well. The sentiment comes from the banner year stamp set, and there's a really nice happy Thanksgiving in there. Alrighty, let me pop you down to the workspace and we'll get started on the card today. There will be a little bit of heat embossing, and I'll show you how to do that. So here's a close-up of the card. It really is kind of hard to see the gold shimmer in here in a video view. So I'll kind of see how that. So the gold cards and envelopes come already, they're very vanilla, and they already have that gold trim around them. So they're really very awesome. Hi, Marty. Hi, Sue. How are things in Florida today, Marty? Thanks for sharing. I'm glad you could join me. And Brenda, how are you? Just showing these awesome gold cards and envelopes. Let me grab one of the envelopes so you can see that too. And these are already pre-cut, pre-scored, so you're able to get started stamping right away. So I like that. You get 10 of them for $10. And then the stamp set again is the banner year. I'm going to put in a big plug for this. If there's still a lot of time to use this, but I chose it because it had sentiments for all of my fall card making, everything from Halloween to Thanksgiving, fall, and Christmas. Happy fall, you all. Happy fall, y'all. Christmas, and even maybe into Valentine's Day with You're So Sweet and the XOXO. So put in a plug for that. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and it's very versatile. So I love that Happy Thanksgiving, and that's what we'll be using today. So I started with just very vanilla cardstock, so I can get the three leaves on there. I'm going to be using that leaf from the Rooted in Nature stamp set and some Versamark ink. If you've familiar with that, it's a watermark and it's used for embossing techniques. So I'm going to put all three leaves on here at one time, and you actually you might be able to see that on there, you might not, and that's kind of the key. But as we go on, I'll show you how that works. Many of you have maybe done heat embossing, but it doesn't help to have a little reminder and to see how that's done. So I have my three leaves embossed here, and I have some of Stampin' Up's gold embossing powder. So I don't sprinkle, I usually just pour the embossing powder all over my image. Make sure that all three leaves are all right. Well, it looks like I'm missing part of a leaf here, so I will stamp another one. So I have three for my card. put some embossing powder on that. Shake it off, give it a little blow on it a little bit to get all the little pieces off of it. And now forgive me for the noise for just a minute. I'm going to turn my heat gun on and get that heated up. And this is the fun part about embossing, is just the magic in watching it transform from powder into gold. So just hang tight. I'll do the leaves and then I will be back and be able to speak with you. So just watch the magic happen here on the, if you can. All right, so you get the idea. I've already done one ahead of time so that I can show you the next step I did in that process. So I have my three leaves here all ready to go, and I'm using Blackberry Bliss. Good morning, Veronica. Crushed curry and cherry cobbler. And I have a little sponge dauber for each one of those as well. And there really isn't a huge science to this. Good morning, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. So I'm just going to dip my dauber into the ink, maybe stamp off just a little bit, and rub this is kind of like an emboss resist as well. And you can put as much or as little ink or as much or as little color on there as you want, because they're your leaves. You can do whatever you want with them. But I really love that rich Blackberry Bliss for the leaves. And I think that's good. So then I'm going to move to my crushed curry. Oops, I almost put that in the Blackberry Bliss. That would be... And so I'm just going to sponge it on, blending it into the next color. You know, the crushed curry is really pretty too. I've been really into the fall leaves lately, so I kind of wanted to recreate that in this gold embossing technique with the sponging is really fun. And then I'm going to add the cherry cobbler in here. Comes on really light, but I think I'll try to add just a little bit darker here. Just sponge it on, and you've made some fall leaves for your Thanksgiving card. All right, thanks for sharing as well. So I'm just going to take a little piece of paper towel and just rub any ink that might be left on here. Okay, that looks kind of what I did is I then went over to the Big Shot and used the coordinating die from the Rooted in Nature's, or the Nature's, the whole name escapes me, but this is the die that coordinates with the leaves. And so I've already even cut out some of those so we can go right to making the card for you if I clean off my mess here. Oh, and then I stuck my finger in the ink. It's one of those stamping days, everyone, right? But good thing, we'll just wipe the ink off and start over. So here we have one of those awesome gold rimmed cards. And I'm going to ink the Happy Thanksgiving up in the Blackberry Bliss. There's my ink. Good, Sue. Show me what you, if anybody makes a card with this technique, let me know. I'm going to practice too on my grid paper to make sure that I get that sentiment exactly where oh, there's lots of ink on there. Very good. I Actually, I see a little bit of ink on the block too. I'll get that off of there. Try to get that centered. Oops, that's upside down. That's the great thing about the photopolymer stamps. You can see right through them and know exactly where you're stamping. I'm going to give it a good press to make sure the ink sinks into the paper. And voila. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, then I am going to take the leaves that I have already die cut, and arrange them on my cardstock. And I don't know, it's kind of put 3 of them in here. And I'll just use my Good Morning Kathy Bloom and Beth Doty down in Tucson. Hope you guys are well today. Thanks for popping in, everybody. Actually, I want to do the middle one first so I can arrange the other ones kind of appropriately. It's just so pretty to see the glimmer with that gold and the embossing and you just think about all the other color combinations that you could use for fall colors. I know that pumpkin pie is a good one. Even old olive is another one that works with the fall colors. So use Mary Merlot might be really pretty too. So use whatever you think might work well. Yes, Teresa, these cards are just so awesome. I've been making some Christmas cards with them too. So they've been a well-kept secret in the back of the catalog for a while, and now that we've been using them, I think that they will be popular. So basically, that was my finished card, except for you have to have a little bit of bling. So I brought in the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels to help with that. And I'll show you the card again, the other cards, so you can see what I did with those. So some good coordinating colors in there. And these rhinestone jewels have adhesive on the back, so they're easy to just pull off and put onto your project. So and you can actually put them anywhere you want in any combination of design. People say that the best combination are like odds. So if you put rhinestones or something or an embellishment on, it's like 3, 5, 7, not an even number. So I follow that and it seems to work. It's pleasing to the eye. Let's see. So I'm just willy-nilly picking some of my colors off of here and finishing up that card with the sponging. The other option that's a possibility if you wanted to add a different kind of a background is I took the watercolor pen and put some splatters on the back, so you could on the background, so you could layer your leaves on that. You could also take the stamp from the Waterfront stamp set and stamp some splotches on it like so, and then layer your leaves on there. And there's even one other possibility for creating your leaves. If you want a little bit more of a vibrant look to that, you could watercolor your leaves. And what that takes is using just a little bit of re-inker on a block. I'll try not to get too carried away. And using Stampin' Up's Aqua Painter water pen. There's water in the tube here with the brush. And I'm just going to grab some of the ink. You can make it as dark or as light as you want. Good morning, Patricia. And then I am just going to layer the color onto that leaf. So this would be another option for coloring your leaves, in addition, if something different than the sponging, and it gives you just a little bit more vibrant, darker color. So it kind of depends on what look you're looking for. I might use the shimmery white cardstock with that, but oh, isn't that just gorgeous? I've got a lot of ink. I'm gonna to clean that out, just press that until all the water's out. I thought I might show you an additional color. Let's try one leaf with the cherry cobbler. And I'll just put a little squirt of the, good morning, Cindy, how are you? So there's a little bit of the cherry cobbler. So you can make your own little palette of ink colors. That's gonna be really, so look at how fun that goes on. So that's another fun way to color your leaves and make them a different color. And just clean that out. So if I wanted to do a card with 3 of them on there, I could add my re-inker to that. But when it's dry, what I would do is just dab it off so that, and then let it dry, and then die cut it and use those leaves to make any card you want. So there you are. Thanks for joining me today as I showed you the Thanksgiving card. Just as a reminder, it uses the Banner Year stamp set found in Stampin' Up's August through December 2020 mini catalog, as well as the gold cards and envelopes. Hi, Carol. Thanks for popping in. They are on page 51, and you get 10 of them for $10, and you get an awesome gold envelope to go with that. So makes it really easy to make a bunch of cards if you're pressed for time and want something simple and beautiful. Alrighty, so which do you think you like better? Do you like the sponging or the watercolor? I will put a watercolored photo one up on my blog later for you to see, but Dawn, you like the sponging? I sometimes like the vibrancy of that watercolor. So I don't know. I love both. Obviously, I made it with the sponging, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. And if you try it, let me know. Thanks for joining me on my Facebook Live. I'll be back again next Tuesday morning at 8:30 for another card. If there's something you'd like me to make or a technique you'd like me to try, let me know and I will do that. So we have a couple more votes for watercolor and one for both. Yeah, I suppose it just depends on what we're feeling that day. But if you can catch the replay or pop over to YouTube and you'll be able to watch it again, and there will be a list of supplies on my blog as well. Thanks for popping in. Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Bye-bye.